All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to the Amazing Kubinka Tank Museum in Russia. By the way, some of you guys were saying like, hey, you have to react to some of the museums that we have here. We have a lot to offer. You can simply just take your time, just react to Russian Museum. Here we are. We're going to react to good Russian museums. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let's jump in.
The warfare and history of warfare and so on. And it is located next to Kubinka, so quite a lot of equipment from Kubinka was transferred here.
Wow.
And, well, actually, now all the vehicles are on much better display. And first we're going to have a very quick run-through. The Kubinka Tank Museum is one of the leading museums in the world, actually boasting some unique stuff like these T-80 Soviet light tank.
Wow, that's an old school Soviet tank. The T-80, look at that.
The only surviving one. And quite many other interesting vehicles. Some of the vehicles were moved here already, but some, like the notorious Mouse tank.
Wow.
And the 60 centimeter mortar, Karl, are not here yet. They're still in the old base, but now they're...
Shout out to Russia, keeping history alive.
There's much more space around vehicles. Someone visited Kubinka 10 years ago and so on. You might have seen that vehicles are very, very tightly packed in hangars. Here, they're much better visible. There's a BT-2 with 37mm cannon. One of the few surviving T-50s, Soviet light tanks.
Wow.
T-40.
Yo, you have to. Personally, I would just think that you have to basically pretty much take care of this. Take care of this. This is just history, man.
Then Valentine. Wow. And we go to the medium tanks area. Panzer IV. And
a lot of German tanks, a lot of German vehicles, a lot of them. Look at that.
And then the German assault tank, Sturmgeschütz 33. Apparently arrived here from the Battle of Stalingrad, as well as this light Italian tank, L640.
X40.
Here are light Lend-Lease tanks.
Oh.
Yeah, in general, here we have plenty of Lend-Lease equipment. There's an M3, very tall vehicle.
Yeah.
A very spacious one, actually. The Soviets even thought that they could probably use it as the armored personnel carrier. It was so spacious inside. And there is a tiny T-60, a makeshift tank, produced in Gorkov automobile factory from actually car.
And this shows you how important it was basically back then to just produce, and be practical, because the resources were very scarce. You see something like that, it doesn't look that big, but at least you have a tank that you can be protected. You see what I'm saying? They show you that they were more willing to be quantity than quality. Quality would take care of it in the long run.
Truck spare parts. Then T-38, the amphibious tank. And then, of course, the T-34 here. And the bust of designer of the tank, Koshkin. And here is monument to Lieutenant Dmitry Lavrinenko, the top Soviet tank ace who was fighting on T-34 in brigade of Colonel Kotakov, and before his death he destroyed 52 German tanks.
Wow, damn.
And we're moving to heavier stuff. Here is KV-85, opposing, of course, the Tiger tank.
That's a Tiger tank. This was a monster.
The Tiger, we're gonna have a
that's a monster. Very intimidating.
Then T-70. bit noisy here, but nevertheless. Su-122.
Alright.
This is 3 cannon. And here is the Lend-Lease gun carriage, which was used by the name of Su-57 in the Red Army. Of course, here we have the Ferdinand, or Elephant, captured in Battle of Kursk. APC carriers, Mautil, and a very interesting version of
what is that?
Panzerkampfwagen 1, a light tank but very heavily armored. Then Kettenkraftrad, of course, then the German.
Wow. All this German
charges.
Yeah.
And this is a very funny vehicle.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be an observation vehicle for artillery observers.
Very weird tank, I will say. I think that I really don't know how you will use that.
Brombeer, the heavy assault tank, and Vespa, the Wasp, and a Marder. Moving on to even heavier stuff. Soviet tank destroyers on the left. JSU 152M, and there is Su-85. The Soviet tank, sorry, Su-100, of course, I'm always confusing them. Z2 anti-tank gun.
Wow.
Su-76.
Yeah, amazing how the technology went from the World War I to World War II. They improved so much. So much. It's incredible. There's more space, and probably they're going to bring more.
Sturm Tiger. Very interesting vehicle.
Yeah, it is. They took a lot from the Germans.
Jagdpanther.
Yeah, they probably took a lot from the Germans.
Then you have the Jagdtiger. And then Nashorn.
Wow.
After which comes the King Tiger. The vehicle is so big it doesn't fit into the camera. This is
way
the first Tiger
too
that
big.
was captured by the Red Army. And then here we have the Katyusha rocket launcher. And then here we have M24. And we're moving to the exhibition that is related to fighting at Halkingal River and the Japanese armor. It's pretty dark. Okay, so here is.
So this is more like a very new museum
that the Red Army used in conflicts against Japan in 1939, and then in 1945. So here is pretty standard Soviet equipment.
Yeah.
But then we're moving on to the Japanese armor, and it's quite an interesting display here of all sorts of vehicles captured both in 1939 and in 1945. Strange lightning on them. Here you have Ha-Go. Then there is Chi-Ha. And pretty noisy here. And there is Keanu. And this is a very interesting armored personnel carrier which could move both on tracks and also on railway tracks.
That's gorgeous, man. Imagine they can still work. That'll be crazy if they can still work. That's how probably it's gonna hear. Well, if you were in the war, it would probably hear like that. It would probably sound like that.
And more Japanese light tanks. This one has a container for chemical substances.
Man, I cannot believe what these people went through, man.
90.
I cannot believe what these people went through, man. I'm sorry. These folks, they went through the worst. There were no anti-tank. I mean, there were no anti-missiles. All the all the bombs just being dropped from airplanes. Nobody will stop them. You have to take it. Oh, you know, it was bad. It was very bad. It was not funny. I cannot believe these people went through this, man.
And these are the tanks that were used by the Japanese Marines. Take care. And here is the Japanese amphibious tank.
Wow.
Again, strange lighting on them.
Yeah. Very strange.
There is Kami.
Sound like Chinese. That's Chinese.
So this was just a brief walk around the main exposition. Again, quite a lot of vehicles are not here. Quite a lot of vehicles are still in the old Kubinka Museum.
Wow.
But that is about 4 kilometers from where I am now. So that will be a separate video. Thanks for watching.
Very good, man. I think this is a great way to keep. So one that I haven't noticed is the World War I. World War I vehicles. A lot of people don't pay attention to World War I, but World War I was very bad as well. It was very bad. People don't talk about it. It was horrendous. Like, people have no dignity to human life. It was that crazy. But these vehicles are amazing. You can see the technology of World War I tanks to World War II. The technology improvement is insane. Insane. But again, a lot of people got deleted because they didn't have protection against missiles coming down. So you shoot and I take it, and then I shoot, you take it. These tanks, man, you see a lot of these tanks, you can tell it's more like, okay, build something that's hard, you can shoot, and just send it. Because you didn't have time. You didn't really have time to just keep building. You didn't have time. Let me know what you guys think, guys. I will see you next one. I'm out.